Alright, so an update from yesterday's video. We have two possible counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're looking for a broad correction. And the next or the second is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're waiting for an up move. So in as much as I said it's an up move, it could also be an ending diagonal. So we have to keep that in mind. So if we go to the lower time frames to be able to understand what's happening, there are a couple of possibilities. My primary one is that this is a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up, and then a 5-wave move down in a wave A or wave W. Then after that we have a triangle in a wave B or wave X, and then we should be having a 5, 3, and then a 5. So there are a couple of possibilities for this 535 being completed or still being in the process of being completed. So we have the first 5 here, and then we have an ABC here, and then we have a small 5-wave move down here that ended in a truncation. When I go lower, I'll show that. And then we are working on a 1-2, 1-2 that will take us to the upside. Then the second possibility is that this is 5 and then this is an A, B, C, and we're going to sweep this liquidity here before going to the upside. Then I think I also need to talk about how there's a possibility of us having bottomed here, and then we are also working a series of 1-2s, but that's still a bullish count, so it's still within the range of things I'm covering here. So there's also this part that we could be in a diagonal as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a leading diagonal. Then we have a 3-wave move down, but we'll have to wait to see what happens. So zooming in, I would say my major reason for even considering a diagonal is, this price action does not really look impulsive. This in particular doesn't look like what I would call an impulse, a 5-wave move. It just doesn't look right. So for the two scenarios that I'm watching, which is one being that this is an ABC and we're going down for that final 5-wave move, and the second being that this is a series of 1-2s, we are currently in a, I'll call it a neutral zone. It's a zone of it's a decision zone. So price could go any which way at this point in time, and whatever it does is going to be what will give us a sense of direction, like which path we are taking. So the first scenario is, let me delete this so it looks, yeah. So the first scenario is that we are going for a 1, 2, 3, then a 4, and then we'll have a 5 that will. So the first scenario we're going for 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 that will take out this loose in that liquidity sweep I was talking about. So the wave C, that's this wave C that's over here, will be completed somewhere around here. So these two red lines um, are going to be what will validate that count of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Once these levels are broken, then we know that we're going for that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that we should expect a reversal from there. Or we might even just have a connecting with X like we did over here, but I'm hoping for a reversal, because if price goes any lower than where it is now, it's going to break the 50% Fibonacci level, and that's going to be a bit problematic to deal with. So we just need to wait and see what happens. From yesterday's video, I spoke about how I was tracking a series of 1-2s here, so that's 3 1-2s, and then we came down for a 3. Initially, I thought this was going to be the 4, but we came down here, which I don't like because it's beginning to look bullish, and it's broke the 61.8 level, and it's even in the region of the previous wave 1, so I don't really like it. It's beginning to look like we might reverse from here, but we'll have to wait and see. So if it does reverse from here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're looking for a 5, then we'll have a 3-wave pullback, and then maybe look for an entry around there. But on the lower time frames of the 5th wave, unless this is going to turn out to be an ending diagonal, or if not, then we have a 1 2 3 4 5. Let me be drawing that. So I have a 1 2 3 4 5, and then maybe we'll have another 1 2 3 4, and then a 5 or something. I really don't know. So unless, let me see if I can take this as a diagonal. Yeah, so unless this is going to be some sort of ending diagonal and then a 3 with pullback and then an upward move, I really don't know what's going to happen. Or maybe it won't even be a diagonal, maybe just be a 1 2 1 2 and then a 3 4 5 up to here and then we'll come down. So far, like I said, it's a bit of a decision making zone. My main count would be that, or my main the one I believe would be better is the one that is this series of 1 2s or 1 2s, and then we have 3 4, break all these levels and keep going to the downside to complete the wave C around here. So I'll move this C and 4 to here if we break these two levels here. But we just have to look at what the market is doing and allow the market to be the one to decide what's going to happen, rather than trying to force it to do something it doesn't want to do. But based on the fact that this doesn't look impulsive, based on the fact that this doesn't look impulsive as well, and based on the fact that I believe this to have been a 3-3-5, and this being a triangle in with X, and then we have a 3 wave, a 5 wave move here, probably a 3 wave move up here. I would like us to come and take out these lows in a 5 wave move. So that's just based on these little things. The main thing I would say is that these moves don't look impulsive, but sometimes it's really difficult to count five. I think 5 wave moves come in a variety. They come in a spectrum. Sometimes they look ugly, sometimes they don't look ugly. If I go to, yeah, so this is what you would call a classic 5 wave move. I mean, this is I would say textbook. This was a textbook 5 wave move. It was difficult to count the correction though, and I was only able to count this like in hindsight after it had happened. But in real time, it was very, very difficult. So I'm just waiting, and let's just wait and see what happens on Monday. But until then, I mean, if I keep looking at the charts and I see any new possibility, then I'll probably make a video on that. So until then, that's it for now.